Topic 2.3, using models to divide integers. We can think of division as the opposite of multiplication. So if we take a problem like this, 12 divided by 4, we can consider that this can mean how many sets of 4 will give you a product of 12. In other words, what do we multiply by 4 to get 12? We can use a bank model to multiply two integers. How can we use a bank model to divide two integers? Well, let's take that same problem. We'll use a bank model. Let's put 12 counters into the bank. And now we want to know how many groups of 4 counters are in this bank. So we'll just have to start grouping them off into groups of 4. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. So I've got 3 groups of 4 counters. I've used a bank model to represent this division problem, and our answer is 3. We can solve that same problem using a number line. So we can start by sketching a number line. We'll label 0, and we'll label 12. And what we want to do is find out how many steps of size 4 it takes to get to 12. So we can take one step to plus 4, the next step to plus 8, and our final step to 12. So we have taken 1, 2, 3 steps, and our answer is 3. Let's have a look at a few more examples. Let's say we're being asked to divide positive 9 by positive 3. We can use our bank model in much the same way that we did when we were multiplying integers, when we divide integers. So what we're trying to find out is how many groups of positive 3 there are in positive 9. So we can start by adding 9 counters into our bank, and then by figuring out how many groups of 3 there are in there. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So 3 groups of positive 3 in positive 9. Our answer is positive 3. Now let's say we're asked to find out what negative 9 divided by positive 3 is. Well, in this case we can use a number line in much the same way that we used it to multiply integers, only this time we'll be dividing. So I'm going to just sketch a number line. I'm going to sketch a 0, and I'm going to also label negative 9, which would be down in the negative region of the number line. I'm also going to sketch a person, and you may remember that the first integer, when we multiplied, told us which way to look when we're standing on the 0, and you'd actually use that same information to help you with division. So we're going to be facing this way because 9 is negative. Right, so we'll start facing the negative, and then we want to find out how many positive steps of size 3 it's going to take until we get to negative 9. Remember, when we're facing this way and we're taking a positive step, we'll be walking forwards. Okay, so our first step will take us to negative 3, our second step will take us to negative 6, and our third step will take us to negative 9. So we have 1, 2, 3 steps. Now, because we are walking this way, they're considered negative steps. So our answer would be negative 3. Now let's say we're asked to divide negative 9 by negative 3. Well, we can use our bank model to solve this problem. And so we can start with a bank, and we will start with 9 counters, only this time they're going to be negative. So red for negative, to represent negative 9. And then what we're essentially being asked here in any division question, what we're being asked is how many groups of this size fit into a much larger group of that size. So we're being asked how many groups of negative 3 make up negative 9. Well, there's 1, 2, and 3. So there are 3 groups. Our answer is going to be positive 3. So there are 2 models that can help us solve division problems with integers: the bank model and the number line.